Joseph, this is for you.
Joseph is so proud and annoying.
Okay, brothers, we have got to teach Joseph a lesson.
Get him! It's a band of Ishmaelite traders coming to Egypt.
We could sell Joseph to them.
Father, a lion's eaten Joseph.
But I didn't do anything.
I dreamed I had 3 bunches of grapes.
3 bunches means 3 days. In 3 days, Pharaoh is going to free you from prison. Hi, it's Father Joshua here. Welcome back to our next assembly. I hope you're having a great time being all back in school together. Today, we've got the third and final part of the story we've been telling over the past few weeks, the story of Joseph. In the first part, we talked about humility. We heard about how Joseph wasn't very humble when he talked about his coat and his dreams. In the second part, we talked about justice. We said about how truth is important for making a just world. Joseph didn't get his justice in that story, did he? Well, today we're going to be looking at how the story ends, and we're going to be looking at the theme of forgiveness. Take a few seconds to talk to the person next to you about how you'd feel if you were Joseph at this point in the story. Joseph's been wronged by his brothers, and by Mrs. Potiphar, and by the butler who didn't keep his promise about Joseph. What would you think about those people if you were in Joseph's shoes right now? And how would you feel? Take a few seconds, talk to the person next to you, off you go. Okay, well, I wonder how you felt. Perhaps you'd feel angry or hurt by them. Perhaps you'd feel like you wanted to get back at them. Or perhaps you'd feel like you wanted to forgive them and move on. Let's take a look and see what Joseph did next.
No! Stop that racket! Oh, I can't have it today. I've got a terrible headache. I've had the worst night's sleep I've had since I became king. Oh, I was having all sorts of dreams last night. I haven't slept a wink. Dreams. He could tell. Perhaps he can help you, Your Majesty. Guards, bring him to me! My service to Pharaoh is begun. Tell me your problems, mighty one. So, you're Joseph, eh? My butler tells me you can interpret dreams. Tell me what my dreams meant.
Your Majesty, I do not have the power. It comes from God. But tell me your dreams, and God will tell me what it means.
Very well. I dreamed I was standing by the banks of the River Nile,
and 7 cows came out of the river. They were large, they were well fed, they were full of meat. And then 7 more cows came out. These were thin, they were like toast racks, no meat on them. They came and they ate up those 7 healthy cows that were so much fatter than they were. And do you know the strangest thing? Those 7 thin cows were just as thin as they had been before. And then the scene changed.
I was standing in a field of wheat. I saw a piece of corn with 7 full, healthy heads standing proudly in the field. And then came another with 7 heads. But it was thin, it was burnt, it was green, it hadn't grown at all. And this other piece of corn came and swallowed up the healthy one. And it didn't become any healthier. It was still thin and ravaged and unhealthy. What can it mean? God tells me the answer. The dreams are a revelation about what is going to happen. The 7 fat cows, those 7 healthy heads of corn, they stand for 7 years of good harvests and plenty of food. But Your Majesty, those 7 other cows, those 7 withered heads of corn, they mean 7 years of famine. There will be no food growing in the whole country, the whole region. Your Majesty, you must find someone wise to store enough food during these good years so that you do not starve during the famine. Joseph! You're right! That's what I've got to do. And do you know, Joseph, I think I know just the person. Guards! Free this man! Free him from prison, dress him in fine robes. He is to be my Prime Minister! Me? Just call me Prime Minister Joseph.
So the 7 years passed. Food grew and was stored safe for the famine. Then the 7 years of famine began, and it affected not only Egypt, but Canaan as well, where Jacob and his other sons lived. Jacob sent them to Egypt to buy bread.
My brothers have come, and I don't think they recognise me. I wonder if they've changed. Your Excellency, we have come to buy grain from you. We are your servants. We are 12 brothers. 10 of us are here. One, Joseph, he is dead. And another, Benjamin. He is the youngest. He stayed at home with our father, who is an old man. Travellers from far distant lands, you say? From Canaan, eh? How do I know you're not spies? I tell you what. On this occasion, I'll sell you some bread. But if you're going to come back for more, I want you to bring your brother Benjamin. I want to see all 11 of you. Then I'll know you're not spies. Yes, Your Excellency. We will return with our... Servants, fill their bags with bread.
And while they're not looking, I'm going to put their money back in, see what they do, and make a little gift for them. They are my brothers after all.
Hey, brothers! You'll never guess what. Well, he was just looking at the bread that man gave us. Well, you never guess what. He only forgot to take any blooming money. He's left it all in our bags. Isn't that amazing? Hey, now would you look at that? Here's my bread. And do you know what? My bag's full of money and all. Look, we're quids in. Well, that's the next lot of bread bought then. Nah, I don't think we should keep it.
Yeah, maybe a mistake, but what if they find out? They'll arrest us. They'll call us thieves. And I don't fancy spending the rest of my life in a prison. I think we should give it back to them next time we go to Egypt. Your Excellency, we have returned.
Strangers from Canaan, welcome back. Have you brought your brother?
As you instructed, we have brought our brother Benjamin. He is the youngest of the 12 of us. There he is. Benjamin, my youngest brother. He was the only one not to take part in that plot to sell me to the Ishmaelites. Oh, I can't do it! Brothers, don't you recognise me? It's your brother, Joseph! Oh, brother, please forgive us. Please. We're sorry for what we did wrong. We're sorry that we sold you to the Ishmaelites. We're sorry we told Dad that a lion had eaten you. Forgive us. Oh, brothers, of course I forgive you. You meant to hurt me, but God meant it for good. Good things have come from this. I don't want to punish you. You're my brothers and I love you. Come, bring your father and our whole family here to Egypt. There's food for everyone and lots of to spare, especially because I'm the Prime Minister. We'll all be VIPs. So that, in a nutshell, is the story of Joseph. We found him in prison, and now he's the Prime Minister of Egypt. After all the bad things that had happened to him, Joseph might have wanted to punish the people that had hurt him, but he didn't. He chose to forgive them. When we forgive someone, it means that we put the past behind us. We don't forget it, but we don't let it hurt us anymore. When Joseph forgave his brothers, he put the past behind him. He put any anger or hurt or upset behind him. And he and his brothers made a new start together. It's not always easy to forgive people if they've wronged us, if they've hurt us or been horrible to us. But it's very important at least to try to forgive. When Jesus taught the disciples the Lord's Prayer, he taught them to say, "Forgive us our trespasses," that's the things that we've done wrong, "as we forgive those who trespass against us." None of us is perfect. We all have things to be forgiven for, but we have to forgive other people too. Peter, one of Jesus' closest friends, once asked him, "How many times should I forgive someone who hurts me? As many as 7 times?" And Jesus said, "Not 7 times, but 70 times 7. And what he meant is that we must forgive people over and over again and not keep count. We're still in the season of Lent, and forgiveness is one of the main themes of this season. So take a few moments to discuss with your whole class about how we can show people that we forgive them, and how we can remember to ask forgiveness as well. Okay, well, I hope you had some really good discussions. And if you're stuck for ideas about how to show people that you forgive them, or how to know who you need to ask forgiveness from, Christianity has taught one technique for hundreds of years. It's called the examen. And it's a thing we do at the end of each day, saying, what do I need to say thank you for? And what do I need to say sorry for? And we think back on the day, and we might make a list. And we make sure that we know who to say thank you to and who to say sorry to. Now remember, if you want to read the story of Joseph in full, you can find it in the Bible, in the book of Genesis, beginning at chapter 37. I can't think of any better way to finish our assembly today than with the words Jesus taught us about forgiveness. We're going to hear the Lord's Prayer song. It's the one that we sing at our school masses, which I hope will be coming back soon. I'll see you soon with our next assembly. Bye for now.